No, I can't do this. I cannot wear shades inside. Okay. So, no, I really hate having a glare over my eyes. So, let's lose these two. I really should think about investing in contacts because who wants a glare from their sunglasses and who wants to look weird wearing shades on the inside of their home? Welcome back over to the channel, folks. I am Initial D. This is Initial Speaks, where we tell the truth, we keep it real with practical topics, relationship issues, and anything under the sun in which you can think about that people struggle with. Hey, do me a favor, hit the notification bell. A lot of times people don't get notified that videos get uploaded, so they miss out. We want people to get this information. We want them to take it in, share it with people around the world so that we can all grow together. Comment down below if something strikes you in this video and give it a like so we can beat the algorithm, please. Likes is exactly where it is. So like. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so earlier I had a conversation with a really good friend. And as I was headed over to the spot in which we were going to meet, the first thing that was on my mind was taking my camera, miking him up because I do have a second microphone, and just placing the camera in a spot to where it's kind of out of the way and just record our conversation. Right after I got out of my car, I rethought it and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to record this. Number one, I didn't tell him that I planned on recording our conversation. And number two, I felt like I needed a vulnerable moment. I feel like I needed some downtime. I needed a moment in a place that's outside of time, that's outside of criticism, that's outside of judgment. I needed that. So I left my tripod in the car, camera in the car, microphone in the car, went inside, and we had a great conversation in which I'm not going to necessarily disclose the details of it. But what I am going to do is take what we talked about in that conversation and make it into a format in which all of you can benefit from. In this video, I want to touch on the importance of being vulnerable around people that you trust. I know a lot of us have secrets. A lot of us go through trauma or have been through trauma or situations in which we just don't want to open up about or talk about. But the problem is that if we never talk about these issues, these hard conversations, they start to decay in our minds and they start to decay in our hearts, causing us to calcify our feelings and make us hard-hearted towards other people. And worst of all, create these walls that we put up to let nobody in. The walls are so thick and they're so high to keep out all of the bad people, when in actuality, you're also keeping out those good people who are knocking on the door of your heart to help you heal. You know, I know that it's hard to trust people because we live in a day and age where everybody records everything, everybody gossips, everybody spills everybody's business to the entire world. But, you know, I'm here to tell you that we have to get to a point where we actually do have to begin to open up and trust people. Now, some of you are like, Initial, I don't trust anybody. I've been burned too many times. I've been hurt too many times. I've had my business put out there and all of this stuff. And I'm not dismissing that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I do believe it because I know how it is. I'm very cautious about who I choose to talk to as well. However, I do believe that we all need to utilize something that we never talk about in this society, and that is discernment. Now, some of you are probably like, where does that word come from? Discernment. Discernment is a word that's actually found in the Bible. And basically, it means to analyze, to approach with caution, to spend time with an individual or a situation and filter it out before you start to open up. In a sense, it's like peeling layers to get to the root of whatever it is that you're looking into. When we're dealing with people, yes, we have to be careful who we're vulnerable with, because there are people who really don't care about your feelings, and they just consider your trauma, your past, and your issues as gossip and entertainment. But there are people out there who have been in your position and they've healed, who have dealt with the things in which you're dealing with now, and they've moved forward from it. And you will never get to them if you keep pushing those type of people away. First things first, opening up. Who do you open up to? The first piece of advice that I would recommend is surrounding yourself around people who you at least share the same worldview with. You know, if you're a Christian, you want to try to surround yourself around other Christians. If you're not a Christian and you're into, some sort of spirituality or just some non-belief or whatever the case may be, get around people that share the same thought process as you. The reason I put my faith first is because, number one, Christianity is built on honesty and being trustworthy as far as being Christ-like. So a lot of the people that I tend to open up to are Christians, to be honest. I don't feel comfortable opening up to somebody who I don't share the same morals with or the same beliefs with. I don't know. To me, that's a red flag, but that's just me though. But the advice I would give is for you to find people that you mesh well with, people that will vibe with you, and that are actually not afraid of telling you things about them that they don't exactly want people to know about. Because one of the biggest ways of building trust with a person is, you know, both of you opening up little by little, little by little, little by little. Like, don't just pour it all out in front of a person. I would start with talking about things like maybe you had a hard day at work and your boss is getting on your nerves, and you want to express, how it made you feel throughout the day to somebody. And they may, come to you and be like, you know what, I used to work in a job and the boss was not very appreciative of our skills, and he manipulated and used and blah blah blah, so I had to quit my job. And then that will give you some inspiration to be like, wow, like, so you went through what it is I went through and this is what you did. So looking at hearing other people's perspective and other people's testimonies and stories inspires us to open up just a little bit and a little bit and a little bit more. Okay. I do believe that the reason that most people get hurt is because they move too fast. They open up too fast. They tell too much. They've not given the relationship enough time to mature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta spend a lot of time with the person to feel it, and you will know what that feeling is like, to feel it deep down and be like, you know what? I believe I can trust this person. I believe I can be vulnerable with this person. I believe I can tell this person some of the other stuff in which I'm struggling with. But again, one of the green lights, in my opinion, is the person that you're talking to is doing the exact same thing. If that person is being vulnerable with you and opening up about things in which they would not just tell the world or just anybody, that gives you an invitation as well to open up and tell them some of your deep, dark things in which you really do need to open up about. Because again, a lot of people suffer from depression because of built up past tendencies in which they've gone through. They suffer from anxiety because, again, they have so many things going through their mind, so much the process, and they don't have anybody to talk to about it. We are social beings. We're supposed to be talking. We're supposed to be verbalizing our thoughts and expressing ourselves to other individuals that we trust. Again, You cannot do this with just anybody. It does take time. It does take patience to discover who it is you can be vulnerable with and open up to. But I can tell you this right now. If you choose to keep everything to yourself, you're going to be miserable. You'll never experience peace, and you will carry unnecessary burdens in your life that really don't even have to be there. There's a Bible verse that says that we should cast our burdens upon one another. Confess our sins, confess our wrongdoings to one another so that we can hold each other accountable. You understand? So that we don't have to go throughout this life carrying these heavy loads on our shoulders. We were not designed to be able to carry burdens and just anguish and trauma throughout our entire life. Because the fact of the matter is this: you've gone through stuff, I've gone through stuff, we've all gone through stuff, and that's okay. Not disputing that. But you don't have to let what you've gone through define who you are today and who you could be tomorrow. You don't have to let what happened to you, your trauma, your past, make you miserable and shut you off from the world. And I get it. There's somebody out here right now that's watching this video, and you're looking at the screen, you're shaking your fist, you're shaking your head, you're like, but I'm sick and tired of people hurting me. I'm tired of being heartbroken. I'm tired of being vulnerable and people betraying my trust. And once again, I'm sorry if you've gone through some mistrust. I'm sorry if people have betrayed you. I'm sorry if people have broken your heart. I really am. Because I have had my heart broken. I have had my trust broken. I've been betrayed. However, I don't let those experiences stop me from trying to build better relationships. And we build better relationships by utilizing discernment with the people in which we come across. You got to trust somebody. You got to talk to somebody. You don't want to do life all by yourself. That steam that's inside of you has got to come out. That combustion that's inside of you has got to come out. That anger that's inside of you has got to come out. That sadness that makes sorrow manifest throughout your day-to-day actions, that's got to come out. You got to talk that stuff out. And push comes to shove, if you absolutely just cannot find somebody that you can trust and somebody that you can talk to, consider getting a therapist or a psychiatrist or somebody of that nature to get professional help to talk to. But you got to get it out. Don't go throughout life holding on to stuff that can damage your mental health as you go far into the future. You won't be any good to anybody else if this is going to crap. Okay? Be responsible, take your mental health seriously, and talk about your problems. Talk your problems out. Don't hold on to that. That's not something that we're supposed to be bearing. If you like this video and you like videos like this, do me a favor, comment down below and hit the like button. I would definitely appreciate it if we can get this video to go far. I really want to hear from somebody out there. Comment on this video your thoughts. Who do you open up to? Do you have somebody that you can talk to? Do you not have somebody you can talk to? Do you want to open up? I want to hear your story. Let me know. All right. This is Initial D, where Initial Speaks. Remember, hit the notification bell to get more videos just like this. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Peace.